Pedro, I'm sure there's a lot of disappointment in the dressing room, but can I get your thoughts on the 90 minutes?
No, there is, and there is disappointment also from our side. The way we want to approach the game, it was a totally different the way we see the team performing on the pitch. Conceded at 10 minutes of game and conceded it for 5 on the second half. Make the things be different, but not only regarding to the way we concede the goals and the time you concede the goals, but especially the way they score the goals. I think we were a little bit passive, especially on the first half. We couldn't understood that Scott Brown and Armstrong, but more Scott, were dividing the game by his pleasure, was making all Celtic team playing and then getting the ball from inside on the wide areas where they can perform more aggressively. And we tried to correct that on the half time. I think we showed that on the first 5 minutes, but after that we have the penalty. We need to go again on the game. We felt that having a 2 goals disadvantage sometimes in football means nothing. If you score 1 goal, you are again on the match. We look for it. We have 1 or 2 chances in order to get it, but we could not get it. So I think it was one performance that we were not expecting, and of course one result that we were also not expecting.
I know we've talked before about starting the game in the right way. Is that the most disappointing factor for you, that you didn't give yourself an opportunity to get into the game?
It is. You know that scoring first, and nowadays in football, it's crucial. And the first action of the game, it's almost imperative. So I believe we didn't get that. We didn't call that first action to us, and we allowed them to get on the game. Apart from that tactical side about Scott Brown dividing all the game, so we could not have that stolen ball up on the park. We could not get one chance to create some sort of dangers, and for us to get on the game, we could not have even a collective performance defending, being aggressive, reducing the spaces, and that condition all the game. So I need to agree with you that the entrance of the game was not the one that we expected, and maybe was leading the game in that direction that you saw just after.
But we did see in the later stages of the game, Kenny had a couple of chances, Martin Waghorn as well. The chances did come, but just, as I said, they're just too late.
No, they came late, and as you see, they didn't arrive that much. I mean, they have only one ball on the second half, beside the penalty, so they didn't arrive that much. It's true that they control and manage the game the way they wanted more, but scoring chances they didn't have that much. So the team conceded that goal on the penalty on the transition. It was a long throw-in, and after the transition we have the penalty, and they arrived more on the second half on transitions. So that means that we were looking for it, but we could not score it. We have the chances, but we could not score it. So that's the way the story of the game went through.
What did you say to the players in the dressing room after the game, and what did you learn about your squad going into the Old Firm game next weekend?
Normally we don't spoke to the players after the game. It's a principle that we have. We don't like to say nothing in warm. We just need to analyze, and that's what we need to do now. I mean, it's going to be the same teams in confrontation, so we need to analyze. We know what happens on the first half, but we need to analyze deeply in order to at least not commit the same mistakes and have a different approach on the game.